The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools, because they have to say something. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Only the dead have seen the end of war. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Courage is knowing what not to fear. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. The unexamined life is not worth living. Those who tell the stories also rule the society. The measure of a man is what he does with power. You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. No one ever teaches well who wants to teach, or governs well who wants to govern. There is truth in wine and children. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Love is a serious mental disease. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. When the mind is set on virtue, it will achieve great things. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Knowledge is the food of the soul. Justice means minding your own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. The more I know, the more I realize I know nothing. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. Every heart sings a song incomplete until another heart whispers back. In politics, we assume that everyone is corrupt. He who is brave is free. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. There is no such thing as a just man who does not need to be tested. The greatest punishment for a man is not to achieve what he desires. A hero is born among those who do not distinguish themselves. Rhetoric is the art of ruling the minds of men. He who learns must suffer. The most important part of education is proper training in the art of living. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. What is honored in a country will be cultivated there. It is not the circumstances that make a man, but the man who makes the circumstances. The philosopher is a lover of truth, not a lover of learning. The highest form of happiness is to be in the right state of mind. A good man is a good man, even if no one knows it. A man is essentially a slave if he is ruled by his desires. True love is not just a feeling, but an action that is dedicated to the well-being of the loved one.